Okay, so we ended with section 2 talking about the Colosseum, and the two pictures here are again good examples of what they believe the Colosseum to look like in its entirety. So the picture on the left, you can see the Colossus of Nero next to it. You can also see at the top the pillars or the apparatuses that hold the canopy across the top. The picture on the right, you can see all of the arches, and then within each of those arches there were also statues, and those don't exist today either. These are the pictures of Rome and the Colosseum today. The one on the bottom is, of course, from the outside of it, so you can see even the 4 stories are not in complete existence today. And the 2 pictures at the top are examples of what the Colosseum looks like on the inside. On the left, you can see at the forefront there that they have reconstructed what they believe the floor to look like. On the top right one, you can see they've reconstructed some of the marble seats off to the right. And the Colosseum was one of those things that was, again, used red brick, concrete, and so that has not really endured very well. On the outside, however, was used with marble, and so that's why the outside remains pretty intact today. The one thing that doesn't, you can kind of see right here, you can see some of the holes in the outside, and that's mostly because of the iron rods that were in the Colosseum. The iron rods were taken out to use for other construction projects. The Colosseum was also supposedly flooded and used for mock navy battles, and just like the Circus Maximus was used for mock army battles, the navy battles were done in the Colosseum. There again, you can see the holes on the top left picture, and the channels on the far right are some of the locations of where the gladiators would be below the floor, and also how the water was taken in and out. And the bottom picture is a good example of the catwalk and the shade that went over the Colosseum. All right, so let's review section 3. The author of the Aeneid and one of the Roman literature writers was B. Virgil. Some good examples of Roman engineering skills was E. Roads, bridges, and aqueducts. A kind of family where the male is dominant is paterfamilia. The apartments for the poor were called insulae, Latin word, and the form of execution that was common in Rome, crucifixion. C. In 73 BC, the gladiator Spartacus. B. Led a slave revolt. Upper-class Roman women did all of the following except which one? That would be A. Marry after age 20. They married much sooner than 20. Slavery was common in the ancient world. Streets in Rome were all of the following except which one? That would be D. Filled with carts during the day. Remember, the carts could only go at night. And Roman sculptors created statues that B. were very realistic. Okay, now as far as reviewing section 3, on page 29 you have the 4 people of Virgil, Horace, Livy, and Spartacus. So on page 30 you need to explain what those people did or their significance. The vocabulary, there are 10 different vocabulary words: aqueducts, mosaics, paterfamilia, crucifixion, atrium, tablinum, triclinium, compluvium, insulae, and gladiator. And as mentioned, lots of contributions. So you need to explain what the people did, define the vocabulary, and explain the contribution. And there was curved architecture, they had realistic art, they had a wide use of concrete and red brick, they wrote the Aeneid, the mosaics. Examples are Colosseum and the Parthenon of architecture, the word kitchen, the word atrium, the saying all roads lead to Rome, roads, the word gladiator, apartments, and the word circus. So on page 30, go ahead and explain what the people did, define the vocabulary, and explain the contributions.